God, I want to enter this trade. One more. Oh yeah. Sell myself. You don't need go. My enter more trade. My enter. My place more position. Yeah. My place more position. God. Oh yeah, come. Drop. Yeah, God, man, I'm in profit, man. Bro, stop playing. Keep going. Why are you going back? My feelings. Why are you going? Yeah. God. Oh man, why don't they lose? My God, don't they go? God, why? I don't die.
YouTube, it's your boy Zamba. Welcome back to another banger. So in today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys the things that I wish I knew back then before I started trading, and even during my trading journey, before I finally mastered the concept and I finally have my system and to where I am today. So if you are new to this channel, do it to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get to it. Now, the first thing I wish I knew before I started trading is getting the right broker. So what I do back then was just, okay, I assume that when I trade, let's say I'm buying, for example, assume that, okay, if I'm buying here, right, the market is going, it has been bearish and the market is going up, right? So my strategy is like, okay, once I have a setup, and in this case it's a buy setup, I buy, right? Then I put my stop loss right below. Here. Let's say I entered during this second candlestick, right? So I entered here and I put my stop loss right below this bearish candlestick. Let me zoom in a little bit so you see. I'm trying to explain something here, so don't get it twisted. Now, so this is where I'm going to put my stop loss right below this bearish candlestick. Now, my pattern was, okay, the moment I do that, I put my stop loss there, the market will just go my way and I will be having everything in peace, right? My broker will just do everything for me as I wish. But the reverse was the case. Now, back then, I do lose trades like this out of little spikes. So what the broker does, because there are some really bad brokers out there, what they do, they have what they call slippage, right? So if you buy here, for example, let's say you bought here, the market will execute your buy at this top. Now, when it executes the buy, so your entry was here, this was your entry, but because of the spread and the slippage, the market will execute your buy at this level. Then when you put your stop loss will not be extra. So let's say in this case I should be losing around $8 per trade, right? $8 per position. Now, because my stop loss, my buy position is at this level, then my stop loss will now be increased from here down to here. It will now be $10 and above, which is insane, right? So that was it. I was trading with the wrong broker, and that really made me lose more and really have a lot of issues. Funny thing is, this is where I even took my position, so that's why I was making it as an example, right, in this trade. Now, there are things you also need to know: commissions, spread, leverage. I was using broker with good leverage. The leverage was okay, but other factors I was not considering because I was a beginner, right? So I just feel like the moment you have a setup, the moment you just trade, do this, do that, everything will just fall in place, but not knowing that the other way is where it will go, which is the losing side. So having the best broker is one of the key things I wish I knew before I started trading. So now you know. If you want to use the broker I'm using, use the link on my video description. Sign up, verify. It's very easy. minimum deposit is very, very small, very, very small. It's not even up to $2, not even up to $2, guys. And they have different payment types and all of that. So just use the link and go check it out for yourself. It's very nice. Now let's bring up to the next step.
Where is it? Hello?
Hey, I'm eating popcorn right now. And it's really good.
Wow, baby, that's amazing.
Do
That's
you even
great.
like me?
Thing I actually wish I knew was when I started trading. I was trading at the lower time frame. I will enter, and if you look at the lower time frame here, you're going to notice that this stuff was insane. Just look at the movement between levels, right? You see crazy moves like this down to here. You see, so there are different entries. You can enter here, right here, anywhere, basically. So that is how I was trading, because one thing about lower time frame entries, it damages your psychology, but you will not know. Now, what do I mean by this? When you trade the lower time frame, you don't stay long in the market. You tend to go in and go out very fast, and it damages your psychology in a way that you don't like to stay. You don't like to that patient mindset will not be there. You like to do things in a fast manner as soon as possible. So it kind of gives you the implication of getting rich quick, right? You want to buy here and just move here and all those type of stuff. It's insane, but at the same time, what can I say? It damages your psychology, but you just take it like that. So that was actually the mistake I made trading during trading using the lower time frames. And that brings us to the next mistake I made, was actually trading during wrong sessions. All right, so I do trade any time of the day. I will just go to the chart. Okay, look at this pattern, for example. I just go here. Now let's say I just open my chart and I see this. I just like, cool, it's time to buy. I know the market respect this zone. The market actually bought, but is this a good zone? Is this a good market session to trade? The answer to that question is either yes or no. That is something you really need to ask yourself, right? So, but I did not ask myself that question. I just went straight to trade, and in this case we're good, but on other cases we were losing, which is very bad. Okay, which is very, very bad. So that brings me to the next step. The next mistake I made during my early period of me trading is actually not getting the proper guidance. All right, so I see things like this. Right now we are actually growing this account $300 to $3,000. So I actually see this, I'm like, okay, I want to replicate it. I will do this, I will do that. So I just went straight, going full margin, doing this, trading recklessly. And not just that, I was getting a lot of information. Like, I was learning everything, SMC, ICT, everything I want to learn. I believe that the more I know, the more I become the better trader, not knowing that is the opposite. Okay, so that is actually the biggest mistake ever, because when you come to the chart, assuming after learning all those things, the moment you come to the chart, you see, let's say you go to the 5 minutes time frame, right? Let's, for example, you a price action trader, right? A price action trader will see something like this, and he will say it's a falling flag, right? It's a flag pattern. This is what the price action trader would do. And for the APA, right, the advanced price action, you will put your TP and entry level anywhere in the chart. So let's say you entered from, let me put it this way. Let's say you entered from here. That's when your TP will be here. But assuming you entered from here, so your TP will now be here. So this is where your TP would be, here. So now, guess what? The SMC traders will look at this same chart and say no. Right here, let me remove the price action chart. Let me remove the price action. Now you get the price action perspective, right? The price action perspective is a buy. Now the SMC perspective, it's a sell. Okay, the SMC perspective is a sell. Now when the market is doing this, the SMC traders will say market is going to raid this liquidity. This is a liquidity here. These are liquidities. Let me just mark it out for you guys. So SMC trader will say the market wants to raid this liquidity, and here we have a supply zone. Don't get it twisted. It's correct. The SMC trader is correct, but look at how the market actually did it. At the end of the day, it went bullish. You see, so even when the SMC trader was right, the price action trader was right, the market still went bullish. But you, because you have learned both, you have learned a lot of things, you are now a master. When you look at this, you are now having a buy bias and a sell bias at the same time. Now you are confused. You don't know if to sell or to buy. So this is actually the mistake I made. I was trying to learn everything and trying to master everything, and it got me nowhere until I got the proper guidance and started trading the right way. So if you fall in any of this category, you need a proper guidance for sure. Now, the other thing you need, the other mistake I made during my early time was not taking trading full-time. Now, I know a lot of people want to become the full-time trader, quit their job and all of that, but that is when you become profitable. Don't quit your job at the early stage of trading. And also, don't quit your job unless you are profitable. That is it. Even when you are making a little money from trading, little by little, you are seeing progress, don't just quit your job. Make sure you are fully settled from trading. Make sure that you have that mindset. You have already completed your journey as a forex trader. This time around, it's just for you to continue with the ride, continue with the wave, continue shining, continue making money. But when you know that you are not through yet, you still have some things to fix as a trader, that is when you continue with your job. Don't quit. Make sure you are done with everything first before you quit your job. If you are not done with trading, don't quit your job. So that's actually the mistake I made. I was like, yo, I want to become a full-time trader and I don't need a job anymore. I just need to focus, grind, hustle, and just work on my forex strategy. Just make everything perfect, right? That was exactly what I was doing, but it's actually difficult, because for you to go through that stage is very difficult. But that's why I said it's a mistake. I don't like that difficulty, so it's actually a mistake on my side for me to really not rely on jobs first before I get into trading. So anyways, that is it. And if you are still in your 9 to 5 and you're making a little money from trading, or you're not even making money at all, don't consider quitting first. Instead, learn everything, start making money, see the proof, make your withdrawals, see everything, make sure that you are finally settled, and then you quit your 9 to 5. So the last and final stage is journaling. Yes, if for those people that are on my free Telegram channel, you know I document all my trades every single day, every single week, every single month. My history, everything is there. You guys know. But for those of you that don't know, do well to join my free Telegram channel. Use the link on my video description. Now, people don't journal. They just take their trade. Oh, let's say this buy I took now, right? It's already on my journal. So I took the buy. Why did I take this buy in the first place? I look at it like, okay, cool. I have my liquidity set up right here. Good. Now the liquidity has been rated, right? Good. It has given me my my condition, and the market actually respect that zone. I entered early because I was waiting for the setup. Now this is Euro USD, and it's slow, so I don't expect to get a lot of money fast. So when the market got to this level and came back, I was actually busy with the VIP members, so the whole thing was just so much. Remember, my stop loss level is below this thing here, right? So when the market came back, I was so annoyed, but it was cool. I still held and still holding right now. So that is exactly how it should be. Now when I'm taking my trade journey, I'm actually like, okay, cool. I'm taking my journal, right? I'm journaling right now. I will write these things down, and I will make sure that everything is up to date. They are on my cloud, right? They are on my cloud. So when I'm writing this stuff down, I'm jotting them down. I have my laptop and all my food deck setup, so it's easy for me, very convenient. I don't even use my phone. I just use my phone to do videos and show you guys trades. That's what I'm comfortable using. But the thing is about you making sure that you go back, you have history on your chart, you have history on you, that yes, I am trading and I'm making progress. The day I lose, I document. The day I win, I document. The day I don't trade, I document. But of course, those days are, most especially me personally, there are days I don't trade. But when it comes to like me with the community, I do take trades every day. Or the VIP members, they know. Of course, these trades are documented, so I post them on my free Telegram channel so you guys can see as well. Now, that is something I did not do before on my early stage. I just trade and go to sleep, wait for the next day, win, lose. I don't even know the day I won or the day I lost. So that is actually something that you really need to know. And bonus tip, the biggest mistake I made in trading.
We're in a bull run. I can't sell right now. It's too early.
You're acting so broke right now.
I'm not broke.
You have millionaires and you have nothing to show for it.
I'm not broke. I'm just low on fiat. When
When's it gonna hit the
hits
top?
250, I will sell a little
Yeah.
bit and buy your bag.
What's it at now?
It's at 187.
A
I will
second.
moon pay a little bit of Solana on ramp it when it hits 250, and I will buy you your bag. We're early.
You
We're
don't know
super
that.
early right now.
You don't know that.
I've
keep saying
carefully
this.
selected a portfolio of meme coins, and I know they're going to go up, and I'm not going to sell my meme coin portfolio to fund my girlfriend's handbag.
Is actually looking at my wins rather than the losses. Now, I was more focused on strategy, and that is exactly what people do. They focus more on strategy instead of focusing on the losses. Don't focus on strategy. Strategy is there, right? Strategy is there for you. You are gonna win. Definitely you are gonna win. There are traders that just come in today and they will make money today. Why? Because of luck, and second, because of the proper guidance that they get during that stage. And when they get that guidance, they take the win and they go home. But the day they lose, what will happen? That is the problem. The problem is not to win. The problem is to lose. If you lose, how can you prevent losses in the first place? How can you manage your losses in the second place? And how do you look at losses? Do you look at losses like, okay, I just blew my account, should I go home? Like, you have to make sure that your losses are few and it doesn't count. That is what you need to know. But me, back then, I just take the losses and I would just be angry, and I don't even know how to prevent it until I started monitoring the entire thing. I started like, it's an awakening moment for you that day, the day it finally clicked, like everything just came together. That's when you realize that, oh, I was focusing on the wrong thing, and you focus on the right thing. Ever since I focused on the right thing, I started increasing my profitability percentage, and when I became 100% profitable, that was when I finally realized that there were a lot of mistakes I did before that I stopped doing before I achieved becoming profitable. So guys, if you find this video helpful and if you find this video very useful and relatable, do well to like, comment, and subscribe. A lot of challenges are gonna come in this month, of course. A lot of giveaways, a lot of stuff as well, and upcoming stuff. Yeah, so I'm just giving you guys a hint. But anyways, I love you guys. Stay safe. If you want to reach out to me, use the link on my video description. And yeah, can't wait for 2026, because of course it's gonna be a big year for us, for the community, for everybody. All right, so be positive, stay safe. It's your boy Zamba, Lion FS gang, and yeah, so I guess it's time for me to close this trade, man. Let me just close this trade real quick. So yeah, do well to like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you in my next video. Peace.
Custom on the beat.